I feel like a lion. Hey guys, today I am going to be doing a reflection of 2014 video. Today I'm going to talk about my favourite moments, my lowest moments, my new friends I made, and my proudest moments of 2014. And I find this is a really interesting way to just reflect on the past year and just learn from everything that happened and ensure that next year is going to be the best year ever. So I'm going to start by sharing with you my top 10 favourite moments of the year. The first favourite moment was when I played Nico the Flying Monkey in The Wizard of Oz. It was a dancing role, so I did a solo dance in it, and it was just really fun, and it was in the Aotea Centre, which is Auckland's biggest, one of Auckland's biggest theatres in one of New Zealand's biggest theatres, and so that was really exciting, and it was just a really awesome role that I really wish I could just go back and perform that dance every night because it was so much fun. The second favourite moment of the year was when I performed Macbeth. I played the witch in Macbeth, and I know if you do know the story, there's usually 3 witches, but we cut 2 out, and so there was just one, and we set it in the 1920s, and I was a sex slave, a heroin addict, and I was trapped in a cage probably about this big. And yeah, it was great fun. My third favourite moment was my birthday. This year, my party for my birthday was the coolest thing in the whole wide world. I just had a really, really, really good time, and I'm so thankful for that night. It was honestly one of the best nights of my life. My fave moment number 4 was when I went to Melbourne, which was a birthday present from my parents, and I watched Les Mis, and it was just such an amazing experience. It was my first time in Melbourne. I did do a Melbourne haul video, so if you want to check that out, it's on my channel. And yeah, so it was just a great time. I spent a ton of money though, but it was all worth it. It was so much fun, and it was one of the best holidays I've ever been on in my life, so that was fun. My number 5 top favourite moment was my best friend Kainen's birthday. It was just really fun. He has a massive house. I was on crutches and in a cast at the time, but I still had heaps of fun, and I met lots of really awesome people, and yeah, we had a massive bonfire and stuff, and that was just a really good, friendly, nice party and moment of the year. My favourite moment number 6 is a holiday program I did for theatre, and it was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it, and that was like a whole week, and that's definitely one of my favourite moments of the year. My 7th favourite moment of the year was Halloween. I went to my friend Chloe's Halloween party, which was really cool and really awesome, and her house was incredible, which just like adds to it. And me and my friend Kainen, who I talked about just before, went as Toothless and Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. I was Toothless and he was Hiccup, and that was really cool. My 8th favourite moment was the Miley Cyrus concert. It was my third concert I've ever been to, and it was incredible. Miley Cyrus is my queen. She's my favourite celebrity and my favourite singer and all that stuff, and her concert was just incredible, and it was such a great experience, and I went with Dana, my best friend, so it was just really awesome, and I really enjoyed it. My 9th favourite moment of last year was when me and a big group of friends went to the city, and we got like Starbucks and stuff, but what was especially great about it was my other best friend Kainen, who I mentioned before. He was there, and we went to Lush, and so we're just standing there by like the face masks, and so I just started putting them on his face because I was like, oh, just try this out, and he thought it would like blend in, so he didn't really realise he was covered in different coloured face masks. And then one of the people that worked there came up to me, and she like whispered in my ear, and she's like, hey, do you want to wash his hair? And I was like, yes. So then we went outside, and she got like a bowl of water and stuff, and I told Kynan that I'm washing the stuff off his face, which is a lie, because I ended up wetting his hair and then using using solid shampoo and washing his hair, and so he spent the rest of the day in town with face mask and shampooy hair. It was great fun. My 10th favourite moment of last year was my show camp for The Wizard of Oz. It was just a really fun time. Everyone got on so well together. It was probably the first camp I've been on without any dramas or anything, because we are theatre kids, so we do start a lot of dramas. And it was just a really, really, really fun time, and I just really enjoyed it, and I was so glad I went. And yeah, it was just a really great time. We've got heaps of photos and memories from that camp, and I just really, really enjoyed it. Now on to my 3 lowest moments of 2014. I think it's important to pick out your lowest moments of the year, because I feel like they help you learn and help you grow for the year to come on. So instead of picking out 10 lowest moments, I don't even think I could do that off the top of my head, I decided to just pick the 3 ones that really stood out, and I feel like if you do think about them, instead of just like trying to block them out, they will go away and you won't think about them as much, maybe. My first lowest moment was when I got hit by a car. That was a really low moment for me because it meant that I couldn't go to watch my sister in Australia play soccer. It meant that I couldn't dance for like 3 months, and I haven't really talked about this because it's been quite a traumatic experience for me, but basically I was crossing the road, I looked both ways, there was no cars coming, and just as I was crossing, I was running, this car just came out of nowhere and I ran to the side of it. The mirror of it broke and smashed and slit my hip open, and the back wheel rolled over my foot, so I snapped my first metatarsal in my foot, which is a really serious bone in your foot, and then I also crushed and chipped all of the joints that ran across there, so it was really serious. I didn't need surgery, luckily, but it was a really serious foot injury, and it meant I was in a cast for a month, and then a moon boot for another month, and then I've got like a shoe with an orthotic in it. I'm not even supposed to be walking around in bare feet. Oops. But it was a really major injury, and it just took so much time to recover, and it was just a really low moment for me. The second lowest moment was the Little Mermaid show week. The show, I wasn't anything, I was just a chorus member, and the people that were also chorus members were people that have never done shows before, never had singing lessons, never done acting, never done dancing, and I just felt so out of place, and all my best friends who I was supposed to be dancing with were changing costumes and dancing and doing all these extra scenes, whereas I was in like 3 scenes, and it just was a really unenjoyable time for me, and I just really hated it, and it was just not a fun time. My third lowest moment was, this won't make any sense to you, but it was just a parent-teacher interview between my teacher and my dad. It was just really dramatic and ended up with me and my dad and probably my teacher crying. I can't remember if she was crying or not. And it's not like the teacher was saying I was doing bad in class. It was just a really personal subject, and it got really touchy, and it just kind of led on to me not feeling good for the rest of the next couple of months, and it just really took a big toll on my life and ended up having a lot of different life things come out of it. So it was something really big that I don't really want to talk about that much, but like, my teacher is one of the coolest people in the world. I love her so much. She's the best teacher I've ever had, and she's my biggest inspiration and all that, but it was just a bit of a too touchy subject, and it just didn't result well. The next category kind of thing I have is 5 new friends I made during the year. The first new friend I made was Kynan, who I've mentioned tons throughout this video. He's one of my best friends in the whole wide world. I love him to bits. We hang out all the time, even though he lives an hour away, and he's just one of the coolest people I've ever met, and I'm so lucky to call him my best friend, and like, I'm so lucky to even have him as a friend. He's just so amazing, and yeah, we're really, really, really close, and even though we haven't known each other for very long, he's, you know, when you just click with someone and you're just there. It's just, that thing just happened. Something sparked, and we're best friends, so it's fantastic. Another friend I became really close with this year is this guy called Oscar, who I've known for quite a while, but I thought he was a South African exchange student for all of 2013, and I didn't think he spoke English until I actually met him properly. And so he goes to my school, and he's a year older than me, and my friend group is the year above me at school, if that's weird. And so he's in that friend group, and we became really close, and he's one of the closest friends I have, and I love him to bits, and he's just so amazing and really cool. The third new friend I made this year was a girl called Jodie, who I do theatre with. I've known her for about 2 years now, but we haven't really been really, really close until now. She's a year below me, but she's really, really nice. She's really cute. She's really cool. She's just a really fun person to be around, and I love her so much, and I'm just really, really glad we've become really good friends. My fourth new friend I've made this year is a girl called Erica, who I go to school with. I knew her last year, but not really well, and she's really like accepted me into her friend group this year, and we've become really close. She's really inspiring as well. She has a lot of fitness and stuff like that, and she's just a really inspiring person to be around. I really love her, and I love spending time with her, and she's just an amazing human being, and I wish I was more like her, because she's just so amazing. The first new friend I made this year was a girl called Laura, and I knew her last year as well, but I've become really close with her this year, and she's just so sweet and so caring, and she just really understands me, and I just love having friends that just know what it feels like to be going through certain things, and she's just an incredible person, and I'm so glad I've become close with her. and those 5 people are people I can see myself being friends with for many years to come. The last category I've made up is my top 3 proudest moments. My most proud moment definitely stands out to be the most proudest I've ever been of myself was when I did Macbeth. As I was telling you before, I was a sex slave and a heroin addict in a cage, and it was a massive role, and it was so hard for me to do. It took me 2 terms nearly to get the character right, and it was just so draining and so hard for me to do because all the characters I've ever had have been like the dumb cheerleader or like, you know, like Brittany off Glee, and it's just kind of, I wanted a challenge, and this was probably a bit more of a challenge than I expected, but just pulling that role off and getting a good mark for it just meant everything to me, and it was such an amazing role to play, and I can't believe, you don't understand how proud I am of myself for doing that, and that's the first time I've ever been really proud of myself. So that was a massive achievement for me, and something I'm going to treasure and prize for always. It was just amazing. My second proudest moment of the year was when I scored the role Nico in Wizard of Oz, who was the head of the Flying Monkeys. That was a really big thing for me because it meant that I danced in front of over 30,000 people, which is massive, and it's just like thinking that I did that and that I did a solo dance on the RTS Centre is insane. Even though I wasn't singing or wasn't having an acting role, the fact that there was one point of that show where all eyes were on me is crazy. Yeah. My third proudest moment was actually from the middle of December last year when I auditioned for Rent, the musical. Now, if you know the musical Rent, it's really an adult musical. All the people they cast are adults and things like that. Right now when I'm filming this, I don't know if I got into it or not, but the fact that I auditioned and I sung 2 songs solo in front of these people who are massive in the musical theatre industry was just so... I'm just so proud of myself for doing that, because none of my friends had the guts to audition, and so it was just me, and I was the youngest that signed up for it out of everyone, and just auditioning in front of people, like I'm not comfortable singing in front of people, but even though it wasn't the best audition or the best time I could sing the songs better than I did, I was still just so happy with myself and so proud of myself for giving it a go. So that was my reflection on 2014. As you can tell, there are a lot of different moments that I highlighted and some more things you kind of got to learn about me, I guess. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys should all definitely do it if you want to. I guess we could turn this into a tag if you guys wanted to remake this video as well, but I just think it's a really cool way on reflecting over the past year, and it's made me really think about the year and just kind of think about it with the closure on it, and now thinking into the new year and things that I want to change that will happen better this time or differently. And now I just feel like I've completely learned from 2014 and I'm ready for 2015. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Smile, be safe, and stay beautiful, guys. Bye!